on here today? Hey, how's it going? Just in the art studio today, getting a lot done, which is nice. And there is a lot. I think my goal was 12 pieces, and I think I'm going to end up with 9. But that's how it usually goes. There's always something that happens with 1 or 2 of them. Yeah. Well, I hope everybody's having a good day. And yeah, getting lots of stuff done. Finished this one the day before. Tomorrow I'm going to finish dremeling. And then after that, we're ready to go to the gallery. So after, they're always available as soon as they're done. So, hi, Kathleen. A lot of these are, based on right now, like, oh, well, nice to meet you, Santiago. I was on vacation at the beach at Lake Michigan. So the movement of waves and things like that. And then also, right now, like I talk to like interior designers. I'm from the US. Talk to like interior designers and things like that. And beige. Everything is beige or white. Thank you, Santiago. I appreciate that. So, oh yeah, definitely. So somewhere between water and a little bit of angst for color. So this one's called Slight Erosion. Hey, how's it going, Mick? And this one's called Fast Immersion. I don't know if I've shared this one yet. I don't think I have. Yeah, that's right. Beige is boring. This one's called From the Depths. I went on a little, hey, Paul, I went on a little hike by myself when we were at the beach out to, thank you, Amy, out to a lighthouse on my own, and it was about 1.5 feet wide. You can walk, and I can't swim. So waves started, they were coming over it, but it was no big deal. But then waves started coming over the top of me, and that's where I kind of had to stand for a minute. I was about 1/4 mile out from the land, but like 100 feet from the lighthouse, and it got narrower, and it came a bit of an angle like this, and I had to make the decision whether to stay or turn back. And once that big wave hit me in the head, I decided to turn back. And then there's this one. It's called North Waves. I can't swim. I went to a couple lessons as a kid. I can barely float. If it was something I relied on, I would probably drown if it was more than 5 feet away. Yeah, I can't swim. Let me show you a couple others. So I have 4 that are drying that I can't move right now. But I just finished this one. It's called Color is Opportunity. And, I wish that the camera could pick up all the colors and how bright they actually are. I sign the sides of my paintings as opposed to the front so that it doesn't interfere with the paintings. And then this one is In a World of Beige, Color is Defiance. And I really like this one. And then I've done a couple notebooks. Thank you, Paul. So these are available. I'm going to do a couple more notebooks. And yeah, so I've been very busy. Why I can't make like pictures of people from drawing. Well, I can do figures. I don't. There are people that are much better at it than me, and I also don't. I feel like I have more expression with being abstract. I do draw figures. I do a lot of characters, but in terms of, I'm not interested in drawing people as much as I am interested in drawing emotion. Hey, Gareth, Kelly. So my paintings always aren't about people. They're about thoughts or ideas or where we're going. Thank you, Time Extreme. So yeah, I don't do a lot of portraits or things like that. I have, but right now that's not where I'm at in my mind. Hey, old man, how's it going? Yeah, and whatever you guys got today, I went a little different. I went Corvette XL and the Titanium slip joint. A drawing? Well, I don't have any drawings. I'm in the studio right now. Hey, Rowdy, this is my job. I make money off this. I make money painting, and I make my money reviewing pocket knives. So it's a job. I'm sorry if you're jealous, but you can do it too if you practice. I paint every single day, whether it's a sketch or a painting or an idea. I create art every single day. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I do. I have a handful of skulls still. I was going to do some more, so if anybody's interested in those. But yeah, what are you guys carrying today? And that's right. Thank you, Kelly. Well, it's funny you should say that. I don't have any throwing ones on me. I'm just in the studio right now. Hey, Joe. But today I did a video of that really big, like chopping knife for camping, that tack ray that flips open the folder. That thing being a chopper, I stumped that, and it stumped like you wouldn't believe. Well, happy birthday, Viking. And let's see here. Today, the Dust Devil arrived, so we'll be doing some videos on that with Casey and Kenman. Hey, Robo, some fist bumps for everybody. It has been, Kathleen. Yeah, I can't wait for these other ones to get dry and then, Dremel the edges. So what I do with my Dremel is, I can't pull it over. It's plugged in. I round off the edges. I give it some. I make it a little beat up. It adds to the character, and I'm a firm believer. A lot of people think art has to be like this perfect thing. There's no such thing. Art's not perfect. Life's not perfect. Nothing is perfect. So I like to give some age or some toughness, like it's been through something, because I feel like I've been through something, and I create because of that. So I put You know, I often get the, you know, with the abstract, people think it's just this throw color, see what happens. But that's not really how it goes. I pick my colors. I picked certain colors for the series of 10. And I stuck within that color scheme and went different. And you know, when you put certain colors together, and you get certain layers, and it makes new colors. And then I use different types. I use very liquid type paint, but I also use extremely liquid paint where it's almost water. And that's like the orange. So the way the orange is going to melt, and then, or not melt, but dry. So some of the paint I use is this. It's golden fluid acrylic, but it's got a gloss color to it. But then I will take something like this, where it's called So Flat, and it's still a fluid acrylic, but it comes out flat, very flat. And then the stuff that's practically like water, making a mess on myself. This is called High Flow from Golden. If you can see, I like Golden. Golden promises 100-year light fastness. Not on fluorescent colors, unfortunately, but it guarantees it. So if I have a painting and it fades in my lifetime, they will at least cover the cost of it. But then, so I put this on, and between the flat and the gloss and the different thickness, you get different responses from the paint. And this isn't like a one-time accident. This is years of practicing to get it to do what you think it's going to do, and then it still doesn't. So that's where I'm at. I'll give you guys a little peek of right now the mess over there by the shop towels. I got paintings under there. Of course, you can see the Dremel. I'd like to thank Dremel for being a sponsor. Yeah, and I think my chat froze, but I'll fix that. And I was very thankful to get this studio space. I got to use it for a week at a very reasonable price. And so tomorrow's my last day, so I had to make sure today I got everything painted so that it's dry tomorrow. So then tomorrow I can do all the finishing touches, and I can pick them up and move them, get them out of here. There we go. Thank you, Ron. Everybody, I might have missed some stuff. All right, that JC can go bye-bye. Knives Alive, good to see you. Clint. Tegan. All right. It's good to see everybody. So yeah, today has been a whirlwind of painting and having lots of fun doing it. I've been taking lots of videos, so I'll edit. I don't know how many videos I'll get out of it, but I'll edit them together, make some shorts, and that'll be cool. And you know, if anybody, today's EDC, Bic Lighter, Concept Thunderheads, Dust Devil, nice. Case XX Peanut. Oh, nice. Which peanut is it? Let's see. EDC handkerchiefs. Hank. Olight i3T. Very nice carry blades for you. My Dust Devil just showed up in the mail today. I haven't even been able to open it yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. And then having a stump off with Casey and Kenman. And now I see that Scab is doing a stump off with Casey, so that'll be funny. Oh, the Brown Daryl, and oh, that one's on my list. Definitely on my list. Yeah, today is the Corvette XL, just because why not have something giant? And if we're going giant, why not have the opposite and have the Flytanium slip joint? Haven't seen Flytanium in here in a while. Come on, Flytanium, I'm summoning you in. I don't know how that works, but so yeah, I think I'm gonna end up with, had a goal of 12, but I think I'm gonna end up with 10 paintings. Don't really want to stump if you could figure out how to record and edit it. Yeah, well, and you know, it's also about creativity. So I got to think of something to make it funny. Yeah, I'll figure something out. Awesome. Walking, talking, half stops. Oh, nice. Yeah, half stops are the best. Thoroughly enjoy that. So you got the Kaiser Lieb M. Nice. Devo Mash, Phoenix LD30, Blue Naughty Ninja Chip. Nice carry. A little late. No worries, Shadow. Head for 187 and bug out today. Very cool, Paul. And no trolls so far. So that's pretty awesome. None for now. How's it going? Oh, that's a good idea, Kathleen. Thank you, Ron. Yeah, I try to, that's the whole point, is getting things out, I guess. Things you can't say, you paint, I guess. Well, at least in my case. Some people write poetry, some people talk, some people do whatever. I paint. Thanks, None, for now. You've been watching those videos and bringing those hours up. We should be there waiting to see for YouTube to just give me the yes. Nah, you're cool, Kelly. Got a modified Demco AD 20.5. Nice. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Hey, Kenman's on tonight. It's his usual time, but he is doing his 10K giveaway, and I believe there's multiple knives. So definitely tune in to Kenman tonight. And let's see here. What else? So I'm thinking this turned out so well. I got 10 out of 12 pieces, which, there's always going to be one or two that ends up just a problem. But I might be able to, if I can do like 2 days a month or something here, then I can really keep it up. And so I'll have a nice collection. And if anybody's ever interested in something, they are available from the gallery online. It's called Gilded Pear. But if you're ever interested in something, you can just message me or let me know on here and I'll message you. And I'm not trying to sell or anything. I'm just letting people know, the availability and everything. And sometimes I can be a little bit more cheaper. But you didn't hear that, and I didn't say that. But one of the biggest things is I don't like sitting on my art. I like to think that somebody's appreciating it more than me. The Pockets Today Shadow is the Corvette XL. Hey, how's it going? It's Saraceno. I want to make sure I say it right. And the Flytanium slip joint. Yeah, definitely awesome to Kenman on 10K. Sorry, I'm rocking the table. I got this like weird stand to hold the phone. But very excited about that for Kenman. Well earned. He's put in a lot of hours. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, definitely. Tree stumping, definitely. I posted a video today about I used to do portraits for people. Make your wife your manager because always priced too low. I run into that, so that's why it's nice to have the gallery, because they can price it and not feel bad about it like I do. And when the cost of paint has gone up so much, it's like $10 an ounce for some of it. Thank you, much appreciated, and good luck to you on everything you do, man. So where was I? Trying to remember. But yeah, so we'll have some more videos coming out this week. The Dust Devil, Flytanium Balisong Trainer. They had those on sale for like $30. Well, 35, and then you could use my 10% code. So we'll be checking that out. And then what else? Oh, we got Night Vision. We're gonna get to check out. That's really cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So we'll be checking out some night vision and see how it works. And then a company just said they're also going to be sending me some more whittling stuff just to check out and make a video about. So it's gonna be really fun. There's gonna be some cool stuff going on the rest of this summer, and I'm pretty stoked about it, you know. And I know I went on early today, so I'm not sure if Shay is home from work. So I haven't seen him in, but they also he's in Michigan and they got flooded like you wouldn't believe. I know he's good, but I don't know what's going on with like his work and stuff. If you're not following Shay, he plays music and posts videos and stuff, and that's pretty cool, as well as EDC videos. And everybody who has a channel, feel free to drop your links. Let's see here. Trying to think. Oh, part of the stumping thing was don't give it away. I was thinking about maybe some fruit, stumping fruit, and then maybe bringing in some knives to stump that are not practical to stump. But I was surprised by today's video when I was filming that Tacray 10.5-inch, 4.5-inch blade meant to take camping to chop up things. And then just for fun, I decided to try to stump it, and it went in deep. It was pretty cool. When are Ken and I going to do a video together? Hey, Ron, if you go back to last summer, I know that's a ways ago, there's a video where Ken and I met up at Shields, and we just went through pretty much every single knife Shields had to offer. And then we each bought like $15 in knives. Hey, Gareth, I'll do that for, if you can get me the leg, I'll do it for free. That would be awesome. Hi, Natty. Let's see here. But yeah, I don't know. DC deal, awesome. DC Blades makes a lot of those kind of karambit Pikal style knives. I was gonna, awesome. I was going to talk to DC Blades. They're awesome. They make really cool knives, and see if I could get one of their Pikal style blades, and maybe that would be fun to see if I could stump something like that. On board until the pink flowers came into play. We'll put skulls in the flowers. Does that make it better? Or how about I'll do a really nice blue slip joint with flowers, pink flowers. Hey, Brad, how's it going? Doing good, Rowan? So yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You tell them, Kathleen. Graffiti and street artists, big time. Me too. And I was just there's a really big gallery in Iowa City, which isn't very far. It's like, less than an hour away from me. Actually, they have the world's largest Jackson Pollock. So if you want to check that out, let me know. I'll meet you there. Let me check that spider go. How about Leonard? Okay, I'll take that Schrade. Yeah, that is exactly how it went. What was I gonna say? So they had a Keith Haring exhibit, and I didn't realize Keith Haring. A bunch of school kids wrote to Keith Haring saying they wanted to learn his art, and he came and spent like a month in Iowa City in the 80s. Oh yeah, I agree, Mick. But so then I got to watching documentaries, and I've always liked Keith Haring, but I never deep dived him. And since Kathleen is pushing for pink robo leg, then it shall be. That's right. Thank you, Kathleen. So learning that Keith Haring used to ride the subway in New York, get off, paint graffiti, and he could do a whole wall before the next train and then just get on the train and leave. And that's how he avoided getting arrested, was he was just so quick. He knew, I don't know if he knew what he was going to do, but he knew how to do his style. and he could do it. Hey Cliff, how's it going? And there's still that part of me that's like, I love graffiti. I love the idea of it, not of it being beautiful, but not always legal. There's just something special about that. you know, has lots of messages, and I try to do that in my paintings and my art, and that's why when people ask why I take like a Dremel and scuff up my own art, it's because I want to give it more life. I want it to have even more uniqueness, more to the story. I don't know. Yeah, where I live, we don't have hardly public transportation at all, so I just have to wander around and find a place and drive off. Uh, you're new here. Nice to meet you. We talk knives, we talk art, we have very few rules, please no religion, please no politics, and then we can all be friends. Because I'm sure otherwise we would all disagree and fight, but somehow we're all friends and stay friends. So, but yep. So pocket knives today is a giant one with the Corvette XL and a very small one with the Flitanium slip joint. 16 out of 50 states. That's awesome. One of these days we're going to have to get together and we're just going to have to do some painting. Some dumpsters in your town when you were 13. Awesome. I agree, Robo. I love naps. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've got some notebooks, and don't worry, Robo. I'm still doing the cowboy knives, the cowboy characters from knives, and I'm still doing skulls. I'm just doing some of these. Those are available if anybody's interested. Yeah, keeping very busy today. Lots of videos will be coming out. The reason the spray paint is behind locked gates. Man. Hey, Robert. Here's one of the larger ones I did. I was really thinking about doing like a 4 foot by 5 foot, but I just didn't get the time and the money it costs to get a solid wood panel of 40 by 50 with 1.5 inch backing. The best I could find was like 120 for 2, which is, I used to be able to get like 4 for that. So we're doing some of these. And this one's recently finished, and it's scuffed up, beat up, and has a lot to it. So, and the name of this one is In a World of Beige, Color is Defiance, because there's beige everywhere. So yeah, Kenman will be on tonight doing his big giveaway. I'll be on there making jokes. Well, I won't be on there, but I'll be in the chat making jokes. And Uncle Ben, that's a new one. I usually get Jack Black, but so Kathleen, these ones I buy pre-made. I try to find companies that smaller companies that are kind of newer, Hey Brown Sugar, try to support them. The larger ones I do sometimes build. I'll just head to a hardware store and buy and then build, but it is quite time consuming and it's not fun. So I usually do that more as a way to save money. I know some people really get a thrill and they see it as a part of their art to create what they're painting on. If you untrained cars, you have a track running through your ranch, so you can't be able to catch the trains going through. Oh, that's cool. Hey, before I forget, old man, there is a documentary about a guy who many years ago, I mean, he's passed, but for his whole life, like his 70, 80 years, once he was 10, he started with markers. Well, he didn't start with marker. I think he started with like charcoal, but he would tag a cowboy hat and his an outline of a face and his signature on every train. And he went to jail like 3 times for graffiti. And there's a documentary about it. I can't remember the name, but definitely look it up. If you search like old guy cowboy graffiti, you'll probably find it. Um, like a hero. He's like, I don't care. This is what I do. Every day after he'd get off work, he'd go to the trains. He'd tag a train and then go home. So that's really cool. Should do that sometime. I got to figure out what I would like put. um, But yeah, it's good to see everybody, and I really appreciate you guys checking out my art. It means a lot to me that you guys want to see it. I put a lot into it, so I'm just glad that other people can appreciate it. I usually have zero expectations, so yeah, a little bit. That is very true, Joe. I'm the guy who is like, maybe I should sneak into a museum and just hang my painting and then put a little placard there and then just take off. But yeah, I think these will do well, or I hope they do well. Put some time into them and a lot of thought and effort. So very excited. One of my least favorite things is naming paintings, but I've had a really good go this time. Maybe with the concept or the ideas. It is an awesome idea, isn't it? Thank you, Ron. And I think I might get somebody who's better at photographs than me. Maybe take a few nice photos, and I might try to forward them on to some other galleries, like in Miami. I did finish some sneakers. I did like 3 pairs. I think there's a video out there. It just didn't get any traction because all my other stuff was knife tags, and so then I think it just sat. But there is. It's from the back in the spring, I think. And also I did Ray his shoes. That was like a year ago. Um, but I did a couple pairs of Nike Air Force Pandas. One was as a gift for my neighbor for they had a baby and I painted them. And I did a pair of Vans for a friend of mine and they came out really well, although they cracked a little bit, which was kind of a bummer. That would be awesome. That'd be awesome, Gareth. And what's funny is when I sold them myself, I sold a lot more overseas. People take it a lot more seriously as in what they want to hang in their house. Just a different concept. Like in Europe, there isn't a Walmart every 10 minutes. So, or if it's that they have smaller places, I don't know. But either way, I got a lot of business overseas when it was easier to ship and things like that. But definitely. And my goal is to get somewhere in Miami, mainly because Art Basel, it is the largest art show in the world, I believe. And if you show at a really good gallery in Art Basel, that means you're in what they call like the top tier. But that's like one out of every 100,000 artists are considered that. But the dream is if I can just get it there, just get a little closer every year, and then maybe go and just walk around with art and leave it at places. And I have done that. I used to paint stuff and leave art for people to find. It would just have a note attached to it and say, "Here, this is for some free art," and I would just leave it for people. Oh, that would be cool. I love art all the way around. Uncle Jesse or G. J. um But yeah, so they're gonna be closing up the space here soon today, so I'm gonna have to take off. Um, but yeah, check out some of the videos if you like, and probably be live tomorrow. That's the plan. Um, and I appreciate you guys all hanging out, checking out my stuff. Tomorrow I'll be finishing up here, so I got everything that needed to be painted and wet done. Now I just got to let it dry, and then my name's Justin. And then after that, I just take the Dremel to it, and pretty much good to go. So getting close. Thank you, Ron. You do the same. I'll talk to you guys later. I'll probably see you in some of the other lives, and appreciate you guys hanging out. And yeah, take care.